Good day, gentlemen. Yeah, but seriously, this is Jaws. I did promise further back in November that I would make tutorials for Endless, regarding Flash. So, yeah, let's get started. So we're gonna open up Flash. I'm currently using Adobe Flash CS5, and I really want to get in the basics of what the interface is, and then in other tutorials, I'll get into the animation aspect of it. So, I don't know if you guys know, but Flash has a crap load of templates. For example, animation. If you click that, you could get where is it? You could get a whole bunch of templates you could just easily use. Um, Personally, I haven't really seen much of these used, and my Flash is lagging. No, don't. Here we go. So, if you really want to get used to some of these or just how to use them, you can. For example, lip sync. I find it hysterical, and you just click that, and it gives you basically ways of lip syncing and ideas to lip sync. Like you don't have to if you're not into hand drawn and whatnot, but just saying, getting used to the other options Flash offers. So yeah, stuff like that. Okay, but now I'm going to start getting into the basics of Flash. So as you know, this is your canvas. Yada yada. Cool, it's a canvas. Lol. Let's get actually color on. Let's make it blue. So there's your canvas. Um, Canvas sizes, everyone's saying 640 by 360. Yes, that's YouTube. High quality, but not as high quality as 960 by 540. And if you really want to get impressive, you could go 1280 by 720. And then there's another huge ass one, which is like 900, like 1980 by like 1080 or something like that. Um, Pretty much the bigger size this is, the higher quality you will have in YouTube. So I'm gonna resort back to my old one. Control Z that. Anyways, so right now we're gonna get into the basics of Flash, and let me go check my little notepad. Keyboard shortcuts is the first one. So keyboard shortcuts. Um, I don't understand. I don't know if you guys know this or much that how helpful keyboard shortcuts are. It makes animation time more efficient. Like for example, my horizontal flip and my vertical flip is F1 and F2, as you could see. And to simply do this, like set your keyboard shortcuts. You just go to Edit, Keyboard Shortcuts, and you make a new keyboard, essentially. So this is my keys, this is my default. And you can go ahead and set your keyboard shortcuts, like your vertical flip, your horizontal flip, your trace bitmap, um, your zoom out, zoom in, depending if you have a laptop or a desktop, your keyboard, how your keyboard set up, type of thing. Whatever makes you feel comfortable and makes animating more efficient is what you're aiming for with keyboard shortcuts. So with that said, now we're gonna go into basically the tools of Flash, ones I use frequently and a lot. So let me go get a sprite sheet real quickly so I can do an example. I'm going to be overlapping the same concepts throughout each tutorial video, so maps, animations, my sprites. I'll show you guys my new character, since I really never showed anyone. Let's use the one with, no, I don't like the trench coat. Yeah, why the fuck not? So, pretty much, delete this. Why don't you delete, there we go. So, trace bit mapping, you could go by modify bitmap, trace bitmap, and I suggest you set a shortcut for this. So mine's number 1 on my number pad, and the setting should be 0, 1, basically pixels and normal and pixels type of thing, so it gives a pixely look. And when you trace bitmap, you have to keep in mind that the sprite has to be in the same direction where you place it, so you can't flip it. If you do, you get some ugly shit like that. So you have to trace bitmap it before you change it horizontally or vertically, or even resize it or skew it. But the benefits of trace bitmapping versus smoothing is the fact that since it's vectors, it's more like quality is 10 times better, and when you skew it, it doesn't give like these ugly blur things or some shit like that. And um, personally, I find it more appealing and easier to work with because you could actually edit on spot when it's trace bitmap. For example, don't want his foot's gone. Don't want his eye is gone. Whatnot, whatnot. You could also add little blood splatters to him and whatnot. And then if you want to do some like really random crazy shit, just select it and then just give him like a gradient and then bam. Yeah, that's too much. Bam. You know what? Better yet, make him black first, and then bam. So you could do like all these little effects with just a trace bitmap spray. And the thing that's cool about trace bitmap, if control Z all that, no control Y. The thing cool with trace bitmap, you can always reuse them. So make it into like a graphic, preferably a graphic or movie clip. Movie clip would probably be the best option because you could actually add filters to it. So let's name this stand. And you could add him, give him a blur and whatnot. And the thing is, I don't know if you guys know this, but let's do this right now. So if you have a movie clip inside a movie clip inside a movie clip inside a movie clip, like I'm doing right now. So as you see, we have four movie clips of the same thing, and then we could break it apart. So you know what we'll do? We'll go into the first one. We'll give this one like a little dash. Go into the second one, and then we'll give this one a number one, and then go into the third one, and just give this little swiggle, and the fourth one just stays normal. So what you could essentially do, which makes this life so much easier to make everything like for syncing or for editing on the spot or just to stop a pose, is Control B, break apart, which actually breaks it from the former movie clip. So for example, if I hit Control B, I'll go from 4 to movie clip 3. And then I could edit from there. So I Control B that, and then whatever 3 was, I should be able to edit. This is 4. Okay, it was 2. I edited it. I didn't do anything to 3. So if I go to 2 by Control being again, I can actually erase and edit on the spot, but it won't affect the normal movie clip. So the normal movie clip will still have the thing. It should at least. And then if I go ahead and Control B it all the way, no, Control Z. I could erase all this, and then your movie clips will still be the same. So that's pretty much like quick editing on the spot and getting all that good and gone. Let's delete all this unnecessary crap. Where else am I going to? Yeah, these are all the things I'm going to be talking about in different videos, so. Yeah. Um, hmm. Text. Text would be really helpful for you guys. Let's get a random text out. Not animation-wise, but trying to like, you know when you get that really retarded error where like you don't have someone's font and you're like, oh my god, give me your font, I have to go download it, blah 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 blah. Well, there's a really easy way to avoid all that, and let's find here. Let's use this Aura Masters font. I just had it. No, it's Metal Gear. There we go. And you have this font, you're like, I don't have this font, and then you get like fucking Times New Roman as this font, and you try to open someone else's FLA. A really simple way to avoid that is Control B it, which breaks it apart into single little individual letters. If you select it all again and break it apart again, now it's like it's broken apart, and it's basically essentially like a trace bitmap, but it's not. I forgot what they fucking call it. But you could actually save it, and when someone else opens it, since it's technically a picture and not text, it won't change and you won't need their font. So the benefits of doing this is the fact that you don't have to worry about when you're sending someone's FLA, you have to send them your text or all this, and they won't know your font if you want to be really, secretive of your fonts like I am sometimes. Um, the only downside about this, the quality is usually not as top notch as regular text fonts are, but it's better than nothing. Um, Regarding text, I don't know if you guys know this, but you could do all these funny, weird shit like letter spacing, selects. Yeah, letter spacing, give you that cool effect, like stuff, and then you got anti-alias pretty much allows for reading in text, basically how clear the text is. Never mess with subscript or superscript. Formatting, basics of text editing, and yeah. Um, so that's pretty much the basics of Flash, essentially. Not really the basics, but the basic interface. And I'll get through some of the weird tools once I get an animation up. So yeah. First video is done.